The old one literally only had the downstairs as a very viable defense, but even at that, the attackers used to run the show at that. It was always this exact same way teams would go ahead and, you know, attack that basement. With this new map buff, it has made the top 4 bomb sites completely different, and they are now defendable. And certainly the meta has just completely shifted into an actual competitive and viable where teams do attack different ways, where different bomb sites are defended different ways. There is a lot of new in-depth stuff that we can really dive into. And already talking about operator bans, this is going to be a pretty big one as well, because there's already my little blinkers going off in my head, and I'm seeing Maverick not being banned.
Your little blinkers are? The only reason, well, main reason why I can think of that is if you're planning on playing basement all as well, like you mentioned earlier on, not really effective when it comes around to assaulting through hatches. It's more if you're trying to go through the thick walls. And of course, with the changes to this map, the upstairs, as you've mentioned before, is very, very popular. It just depends on what the strategy they're thinking of in this case might be. Neither team banning it away suggests that maybe quite possibly they're aware of the threat of that and want to try and find maybe a way to deal with it. But we saw again in the games that we cast last week that quite often with Mavericks, they'll open up a whole line along the reinforced wall, and the angles that you get onto the inside of rooms from that is absolutely absurd. So I hope both teams have got at least some plans or reason for why they're banning away Ying and Lion over the Maverick, but hey, that's the way it's played out. Let's see if they choose to bring that on the attack. It's going to be MnM Gaming attacking first, Team Secret on defense.
Also, another bit of a weird one. You're seeing Smoke being banned out. Bit of a weird one. Typically, Smoke is an operator that we always expect to be that big staple off a defense. But no, MnM are going to say, what, let's be a little bit weird and maybe try and catch Secret by surprise. Secret, they have a player like Meatme who is extremely strong on that Smoke. He is kind of known for being quite a bit of a clutch master in most scenarios. So that may weaken them just a bit, but it's his Secret, and we know how flexible they can be. They're used to different bans. I'm sure they have strategies. If something is banned, they can adapt to it very, very quickly. You know, they still have a coach behind them. LB, very, very nice guy. Met the guy myself, as I have the entirety of Team Secret. And yeah, definitely these guys are I don't know if they'd actually be prepped for this kind of caliber. These guys are always looking at the big picture, which is, of course, Pro League for them. They always want to be the best. Meatme, a guy who's very, very passionate about Siege. He will not stop until he is the best. He will not stop until he takes down G2. They've already done that in July at DreamHack Valencia, but they did not prove that at Paris against them just last month.
They want to be the best, like no one ever was.
Oh dear.
To beat them all.
If you're doing Pokemon puns, I'm doing MnM puns.
It's their real quest.
I wasn't going to do them, but now you've forced my hand.
To win Pro League is their cause. I mean, it's pretty true. As much as half a meme as it may be.
How about we talk about MnM? We haven't really talked about them that much. MnM, capable team. They have a 3-2 split as well, where they have, I believe, a Swede and a Croatian, if I'm not mistaken, and then 3 UK players, of course, per the rule. Very, very strategic team. They take things very, very slow. They're very quick to adapt as well. They could be looking to be a bit of a threat. Maybe not against Secret, but against other teams. You're expecting every team to struggle against Secret just because of who it is. And Nello,
oh, you can't miss that shot.
Missing the head, just barely sees it. This is the disadvantage. I don't like running the reflex over the red dot.
You cannot be missing a shot like that. When there's a free headshot waiting there and you're playing glass, those are the shots you need to connect. They know he's there because he's being scanned out the whole time, just trying to find the little bits hanging out they can pick. They've managed to catch him, and actually MnM bring down a member from Team Secret, and they've even downed the bandit.
Yeah, they have managed to use that little peephole that is opened up onto that single window, but isn't really that big of a threat. Sure, actually maybe no, LM's he's dead. There's no way anybody can rotate towards him and pick him up. This is looking extremely good for MnM, as Nello does manage to secure the kill. As you can see downstairs, you can see Blackie lurking below as, I believe, a Valkyrie. But there you go, Goomine will manage to get the kill onto Citizen. Turtle will be going to be able to go ahead and see if he can maybe push up with him, as Nello did get the rev, so just over a minute to go. You can see the storm, the breaching potential being brought by Freo, and they have to go for that catwalk, which is the main entry point for these guys, and certainly the plant can go down momentarily, as Nello, I believe, still has one smoke canister to his name.
Still trying to find their way in. They're even in a 5 versus 3. MnM playing it by the book and taking things very cautiously here, not looking to rush in and make any mistakes and get overexcited by picking off a couple of big names. Team Secret, well, This is what they're used to. Backs against the wall in high-pressure scenarios. They should be able to pull this one back. Maybe not the most highest of pressures because it is still only 0-0 when it comes to the actual map score, but they still don't want to give this away, and there comes their first kill onto Frau. 4 versus 3 in favor of MnM. No, suddenly Lackey finding himself 2 kills, turns it straight back around for his team into a 3 versus 3, and suddenly everything has been evened out. Citizen finding a kill onto Stiz. This might actually be their chance to come back. Turtle gets another one. MnM take the first round against Team Secret.
You can just see the sheer power of a class on Clubhouse. Do you let it through, which was the case. So certainly that class came into a big part inside of that round, being able to just walk on in through that garage, and yeah, really proving extremely strong in most circumstances for these players. I would say MnM just had more of the teamwork and the chemistry there. Secret, they did get caught with their pants down quite frequently there, which is a bit of a surprise from Secret, but nonetheless, I'm sure that's only just a minor hiccup in Secret's plans nonetheless.
Well, they need to stop pulling their pants down then, don't they? So they don't get caught with them down in the first place. Admittedly, it was the little peek hole in the garage door that, like you said, was the big one, because the glass from outside was just raining fire down to that bandit up on high, and before you know it, they had 2 members down. Just a very horrible, sticky situation to be in a Secret. You try and run away, well, he's going to get 3 taps onto you. Admittedly, did miss that opening headshot. Should have been the kind of shot that I said connected, but they still managed to correct course, bring down 2 members, and bring that round back. So MnM off on a strong start. Team Secret probably going to be saying, guys, come on, we messed up a bit there. We shouldn't be losing rounds like this. These should be our rounds for the taking. Let's see if they can correct those mistakes in this round.
It's pretty interesting to see that Maverick isn't going to be brought to the table. We know that he is open for a pick. MnM are not opting to choose that such strong operator. Sometimes, because that blowtorch is so quiet, you can get just a completely free pick onto an unsuspecting member of Secret. They seem to be setting up similar the way they had last time. Meet me there inside of that catwalk area, which is so crucial for the defending team to hunker down and really set their positions up. Prox as well is going to bring that Jackal. Bit of a weird one, I would say, as well, but does provide smoke grenades, which is so crucial for Nello to actually walk on in with that glass and pretty much do the same thing he did last time.
Activating drone.
This helps on the Jackal, because of course you find anything as well. That constantly guarantee free tracking, just gives the rest of your team at least some indication of where they need to be pushing into. They're aware that someone's upstairs once again. Let's see if they can find this opening pick, or if Team Secret have the answer this time round.
So already one smoke grenade will be deployed. Nello doesn't see the yellow. Maybe he thinks he's not there this time. That could be another option that he has to be cautious of. Also cautious of that little indent that sometimes players can slip away and hide behind. But the drones will come in. They know at least one person will be up there, and it's going to be Meatbee. Once again, 2 minutes on the clock. Citizen very aggressive in towards this blue area. I'm surprised that Secret are actually letting him get away with that position. Typically, we do see a bit of pressure being applied, but that isn't going to be the case in this matchup.
Well, this time round, managing to stay alive in the corner is probably a pretty crucial change for the Bandit. Not going down nice and easy as compared to last time round, where it was basically 3 shots all day long for the glass. Bevan Hole there suddenly making Team Secret very aware of their intentions, where it is they're pushing in from. Not managing to get any damage down with that one, but it's going to be Citizen. And once again, MnM Gaming open the initial kill scoring in the rounds. Bit of a spray in the corner, hoping to find someone there. No one currently lurking around, but you can just see Citizen opening up a lot of these areas of the floor here, just trying to get that extra visibility upstairs, find the angles onto these lurking and waiting members. And already MnM are starting to find different angles on their push in. So close here to the pick. Ooh. Good there, close one.
Yeah, that could have been a potential jump in from Stiz to just land right beside Turtle, and that Gooeyman will just delay him just a little bit more, but a minute on the clock. Plenty of time for MnM to secure this push and secure this round. Citizen looking to creep up in towards the blue. He will be met by Lackey potentially, as Lackey will win that gunfight, as Leon also equal ups the kills as Turtle will fall. So Lackey on extremely low HP, but here comes the smoke grenades.
Smoke grenades, they know exactly what that means as well. Legion just hard camping in this corner as well with those Legion mines down, waiting for someone just to try and dare even rush in through the garage. As of yet, no one has been that. Guys, come on. TKs for days. Story of today.
A lot of TKs. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but Leon and Meatbee come in. Leon, free K for him. Leon Gids isn't so great. Manages to perform when he needs to.
Wow.
Wow. All of Leon's fault right there. That's Leon's fault.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff for Team Secret to clean that one up. That means now we go into it one-on-one. Team Secret with the performance that we expected to see in round 1, but we're missing out on. Perhaps most pivotably of all, I think, was the fact they managed to keep the Legion alive up there on that high ground with those mines down, so no one could even dare get anywhere near trying to push into him. We didn't have the exposed body parts like it did in the first round. Just kind of forced MnM Gaming to have to go for an alternative route, which Team Secret seemed a lot more set up for.
So Church and Arsenal is where Secret will opt for. Sometimes we see the gym and bedroom being brought to the table, but no, it will be that downstairs. And as you can see, MnM, they will bring the Maverick to the table, potentially predicting actually going for that gym, where definitely Maverick comes into big play, opening up that double balcony on the jacuzzi wall. But then again, you can see 3 hard breachers being brought, which is always a good thing for a map like Clubhouse, and especially for the downstairs. You have the free drop patches, which typically get opened by Habana, and then that triple wall push in towards the church has been so much more common currently in the current state of the meta. Then that's whenever the Thermite comes in to play, and possibly if they do lose Habana or that Thermite very early on for potential spawn peak or a bit of you know, carelessness from either of those players, then yeah, maybe Maverick can be that substitute, which MnM do need.
I really like Team Secret's setup here as well, just playing for that double intel with the double Roma setup between the Vigil and the Ella, of course. Bit risky in the sense that you don't really have the hard anchors where you want to plant them down. You're relying very much so on the Jaeger to do most of that. So, I don't know, if they manage to get those opening kills onto MnM on the way in and shut down a couple of those hard breaches, then suddenly their options are very limited. And we saw a lot in Season 1, I always remember this very distinctly, was teams in the dying few seconds will basically send all their members down one drop hatch in hope of someone staying alive, but more often than not, so many would die in the process. So you can see Team Secret playing around that sort of ambush-style setup, just going to try and upset MnM's plans.
That was in the old Clubhouse, let's not forget, but the downstairs is still similar like that, where it is very, very slow, painstakingly slow for most cases, where sometimes we don't even see any kills come out until the final 10 seconds, which is absurd in most cases of maps, but definitely this is the only bomb site, which I do believe is the slowest round in the entirety of the map pool. Honestly, that's what I think. It is always comes down to the wire, it's always a bloodbath in those final couple of seconds, and I'm sure that's exactly what we'll get. But we do see a very hard room game coming in from Secret. This is something that they do in Pro League. I believe they did this against Vitality in their Pro League match the other night. So this is something that's not uncommon to Alems and Leon. They play very close to each other. You'll see the teamwork and communication certainly shine above where some of these weaker teams that we've already seen currently inside the Prem do fall. And there you go, Leon will go for the pre-fire. Here's Prox, walk up the stairs and gets that easy pre-fire, and already gets Team Secret off to a good start.
It's for the Maverick as well. 2 members now down for MnM Gaming as Leon continues his hot streak, bringing down yet another member. And yes, they lost one of their roamers. One still very much so intact, though. Realistically, that's all they need right now. It's just that distraction, that constant threat. And they were playing so close together, like you said, that I don't think it's going to be a huge loss for them, to be honest. They'll still be able to hold a lot of the areas they want to hold on the upstairs with this camera ball. They know exactly where someone is, and they can act on this. Team Secret already. This ambush-style setup is coming into huge plays for them. 2 members left for MnM Gaming.
Yeah, just what I was expecting, that heavy room game. These guys know how to play this. They play this every single day in practice, day in, day out. This is what they're used to. MnM, they still do have both hard breachers available, but it is going to be quite the task for them to actually take this round, and especially whenever that new blue tunnel is always going to be available for the defenders to potentially just rotate and play anchor on site. And in a 4v2 with everybody on site, it is virtually impossible for MnM to win that round unless they hit some of the craziest shots. But even if they do hit a crazy shot, the refrag should come out straight away, because Secret, they have that teamwork, the chemistry, where they always try and keep numbers advantage in their grasp. And of course, like I did say, they will rotate on into the bomb site.
When there's numbers down, there's still a bit of panic. Final 30 seconds, and as we said, that's when the mistakes start getting made, where members go for the kind of crazy drop-in that results to the bloodbath almost in the final 10 seconds of the round, taking the stairs route in rather than going for a drop hatch this time round. No one currently watching the stairs for Team Secret by the looks. They've got someone just lurking here on the higher end of the boxes. And this is where it gets risky now. They're both dropped in the same area. If they get themselves caught out here and get the spray angle down, they could find themselves in a lot of trouble. They're going to go for it. That almost kills his teammate. That diffuser is down. Turtle is alone. There's no way he's going to live through that one. Lackey picks up the final 2 kills, and Team Secret take yet another round.
Secret showing their dominance inside of that round. They had everything going for them. Great roam game from Leon, Gids, and Lems. And then, of course, quite smartly, they did rotate on down to the bomb site, played the anchor game, knew that MnM were all out of options. They had to go for the drop. And after a very good first round from MnM, they are starting to fall off, maybe. You know, their palms are getting sweaty. Maybe knees are weak, arms are heavy.
That's like the most overused quote of lyrics in the world.
That works, though.
Alright. Yeah, sure. What in if you want. I'll give it you. Sure, fine. We'll go with it. So, MnM.
I thought it was good. Alright then.
On your own, mate.
I see how it is. And yet you can get away with all the Jesus puns. Alright.
I didn't drop that many.
Ah, okay. Let's go rewatch the VOD.
By all means, feel free. Knowing that you burned 3 hours of your life to go through and count the number of puns will make me so happy.
Then we can play it next week's stream.
Sure. Instead of next week's games.
Sure.
Normal broadcast will be paused while we reflect and look back at the number of Jesus-related puns we've seen so far. It was a good match, okay?
Let's look back and see all the MnM puns.
Well,
there's more to
first
come.
and foremost, exactly. I was about to say,
come.
we've got to see more of them come first and foremost. That means the series has got to come to a conclusion at some point. Very different setups coming this time around. It seems between rounds, both teams are very happy to completely mix up the strategies they're trying to employ. MnM going back towards the tried and tested strategy that got them that first round, playing with the Glaz on side. Again, Team Secret seems to kind of have an answer to it. No Legion this time around, though. They were using that quite a lot at the garage side. Well, we are playing on a different point this time round.
So moving into the first bit of attacking phase for MnM, they are going to enter in through that garage and potentially rotate on up and try and take control off that top floor that they did not succeed in doing last time. Of course, there's going to be a different bomb site, which will be that gym and bedroom, but certainly still that room game will be implemented by Leon, holding the very skinned pixel angle onto that window. We'll see if Citizen does fall for it, or will he be available? Ah, he knows that the angle will be held, but Leon just holding strong. That wall will get opened up as well, so Leon, he's going to be cut off from rotations. He has to then go for the rotate on in for the garage potentially, as there's not really any room flank being held by the members of MnM, as you know, it's allowed Leon just to simply rotate in towards the blue.
And getting very close to the point because we're only 2 minutes in as well. Not too much resistance offered, at least initially, by Team Secret. Just letting them play into the garage, find their angles, and they're just playing hard anchor. That seems to be the kind of go-to strat for this one. And I've got to say, holding down that angle as well as Jaeger, there was no way anyone tries to drop in through there, knowing full well what fate awaits them if they dare even try.
It's a little over the half of the round still to be played out. Team Secret holding strong. MnM, they're just very, very slow, I would say, at this stage. There's nothing really working for them. Haven't even managed to rotate over and get rid of the jacuzzi wall, because Stiz will still be there with that bandit trick, using those castle barricades, using that portable shield. Also, Maestro is always going to be a very good operator to gain all of that intel. Let's not forget about that. Nello, certainly he may be looking to get a couple of kills with that Glaz, which is so strong, especially if you combo that with those smoke grenades. It does lead to a very disgusting combo. Turtle trying to hold the flank, as certainly Leon might be an option there to possibly go for the flank, or simply rotate back to site. Minute to go, still no kills for either team at this stage. And Leon will start his approach.
Yeah, it's only been a kind of taking your positions, finding your angles, and a lot of angles have been assumed by MnM here. Got some good crossfires on, but Team Secret having none of it. Down goes Citizen, at least for the first kill in this round. The Glaz not really got the most ideal angle in the world here. Probably one of somewhere he's got a bit more visibility into the bomb room itself. Almost there. If Leon had pulled that trigger even half a second.
Leon!
Wow. Gets away with it. You sneaky boy.
He is a very, very sneaky boy, I have to agree with that. And this is just wasting even more time. Potentially, we could see Turtle fall as well. Leon just putting more pressure on. First gas caster will be used, and that's going to allow then the push coming in. Breo trying to do his best to try and get a pick onto the bandit, but Nello, he will start things off under the cover of that fog. Meatbee will fall. Prox pushing up in for the main stairs, and Plant will also be going down from Freo. The timer is going to run out, but Plant will be stuck, but look at the kills coming out from Secret. Diffuser does get planted, but that's going to be all for naught as Freo falls and the defuse gets set by Secret. What a retake from them.
The Glaz just looking away a little bit too soon and not looking back quickly enough there. Unfortunately got a bit outmaneuvered by the guy who he saw behind that wall. He knew he was there, just wasn't quick enough to respond. Outpops from the wall, sprays down one, sprays down two, they get the third. And Team Secret literally end that round in about half a second. After a good 2.5 minutes of setup time as well.
So back up to the top floor of that CCTV room, and cash room is where the final defense will take place for Secret before we have that halftime switch. Proc still not looking too good there, still yet to get a kill. Lackey running the show, just barely in front of Leon, but still very close nonetheless. MnM, you know, that they're trying their best, they're trying to work their way in. Glaz is certainly being pretty strong for them, but just that final, you know, that pressure that they need to imply to get the plant down, it just isn't there.
That's been tough for them so far, and it's Secret potentially bringing the clash into play here as well, which would be the first time we've seen it, at least in this series. You obviously saw it earlier on the once, but aside from that, haven't really seen it all that often brought out just yet. Also bringing Maestro, Valkyrie, Jaeger, and Bandit to the party. On the other side, though, nothing really too surprising there. Again, going for the same strategy we saw in the last round, but instead of the Zofia, they are bringing Sledge to the party.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, Sledge, I wouldn't say provides a whole lot to attacking the top floor because there isn't any destructibility from above, but certainly those frag grenades can come in to help the team a substantial amount, especially trying to deal with that bandit trick that Stiz does go for, where you can burn up all of the ADS and then you simply just toss a frag in and you manage to catch the bandit whenever he does go for the shock wire trick. So certainly those frag grenades can come into a pretty big effect, but we'll see how Secret will go to around countering them. There is, you know, a couple of ways that you can stop that. That's simply just by aggressively peeking in through that B window onto the Sledge, who's typically going to be prone as well, so a very easy kill. Certainly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. And of course, that catwalk area will start to be defended by Secret. We do know also that no Clash was banned out, so Clash can be brought to the table, and that's exactly what Maybe will switch on to. So she is going to be amazing for defending that catwalk area, provides all of that intel. And like I talked about earlier, she knows she already has map control, so she can be as free and flexible as she wants.
That's probably the key one to look for as well. Last time around it was a Legion they brought to the party to try and hold into that garage area. Maybe Clash is the secret formula they've been looking for as a way to hold it out. I can't sure exactly where she's set up just yet. But we've already seen today once what she can do in terms of the space creation, the intel that she provides. Almost like an invincible drone, you might want to call her in some cases, unless she gets rushed and outnumbered, in which case, well, you're playing a bit too far away from your team and you've probably made some bad life decisions.
You can see that angle also being opened up by Turtle. Nello did try and peek, but of course that will be the Glaz. And quick double kills come out from both Prox and Citizen as he has managed to push his way in towards the construction. Wins that fight against Lackey. Remember last time it was actually Lackey winning that, but no, Citizen does provide that little bit of pressure. You know, looking at it, MnM, they are playing a lot more aggressive, a lot more on the fly. You can almost say a bit of kamikaze tactics coming out from them.
Definitely a little bit all in, you might want to say. Maybe kamikaze, a bit of a crazy one. No one's died yet, so you can't say it's going all the way, but aggressive, definitely the right word to use in the situation, although Secret does find Citizen off there. So evening it out once again. Let's not forget Secret managed to pull around back early on when they were in this 5 versus 3 situation. They managed to find a few kills early on, turn it into a 3v3, and end the round off the back of that. So maybe, just maybe, they're beginning the start of the reverse of this round. Prox going down as well to Leon, who has been a standout player for the team, it feels like, all pretty much so far. Open the floor a little bit more. Almost quite literally underneath his feet, but just not quite.
No, just barely misses out. Them still trying to see if he can potentially find the kill onto Stiz. Does eliminate one of his shock wires, but that's all it's going to be established. Maybe still alive with this Clash, who can provide just so much utility. Can even, as soon as this wall gets opened up, Maybe can simply walk out into the balcony and just start buzzing away at Freo. The wall does get open up, 40 seconds on the clock. This is all going to be down to MnM to see how they really do cope. They have lost Prox and Citizen, those two guys who did open up the killing. Certainly, maybe he will be here to stay as that Sophia, actually, I'm about to say Sophia, Ash isn't going to be there to potentially get the Ash launcher on the feet to get some damage in. Leon trying to fight the Glaz the best that he can, but with 20 seconds to go, just has to hold his angles.
Speaking of like Glaz as well, Nello is the top fragger for the team at the minute, I believe, for MnM. He's been putting in work so far, so maybe he's the secret they need, but he goes pretty low in this case. All the rush comes in now, and they might find caught out. But no, they walk into a crossfire and get absolutely slaughtered. Secret once again turned the round around, 4-on-1 going into the half.
Excellent play from the little Frenchman known as Stiz. Great player, past experience with Millennium, another Pro League team, and certainly has found his way into being, I would say, definitely a very, very strong player for that team. MnM, they're trying their best, they're just not getting there. Definitely the final execution isn't there. They are doing everything right at the start, but whenever they start losing the man count, they start to panic, they start wasting time, and more importantly, that time starts ticking down on them. And as you can see, Stiz just got the quick double kill. That's what they needed.
What a painful experience that time around as well. Walking into a crossfire is never a pretty situation. A bit of, not so much miscoordination, but at least from the side when they when they burst in through those through the window for MnM, the focus was a bit scattered. They got fired at, they panicked a little bit, looked left, right, they were dead too late by that time. Bit of a panic, as you probably expect from some things when it comes down to those dying moments of the round, and we've been saying this all night long. When it comes down to those final 10, 20, 30 seconds or so of the round, teams will panic and make mistakes because they're aware that time is then their greatest enemy. Leisure making a return to the field once again, and interesting this time around, a pulse is also being brought out to play.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So really, what are we looking at here from a defense of the cash? I'm not asking you, Devs, don't worry, I'm not going to put you on the spot.
It's a rhetorical
like that.
question. You can ask me if you want, I'll try.
Okay, go for it. What are we looking at?
Ask me the question.
So, looking at this setup from MnM, you can see that they're having this hard denial with the Maestro. You can see also this potential C4 from Valkyrie and Pulse. Really, how would you split this bomb site? They're
playing it very, very intel-based once again. So with the Pulse, with the Valkyrie, and not just that as well, the Maestro too. All that visibility they'll have. This is all about identifying and trying to catch up members of Team Secret who may be trying to go for some sneaky flanks, or maybe not in a slightly unfavourable position where MnM can take the advantage, I think. In terms of how they're going to set up on this one once again, that garage is going to play into it a lot. I think that's what you mentioned earlier on. I'm going to try and hard repeat what you said.
Don't copy me.
What can I say, mate? I'm going to listen to the guy who's got the brains. That's my job.
I can probably see MnM trying to deny the plant from below, because you just don't bring Valkyrie and Pulse unless you're going to go for that. And especially whenever Secret are not a team that really opt to push below, if I'm not mistaken, then yeah, that does just play into the hands of MnM, and unless a player like Alams or Leon wants to go hunting for those roamers. And if they do get droned out, then sure, they can go for the hunt. But at the moment, they are just gearing up potentially for a construction push, which sometimes we don't see, but sometimes we do.
Sometimes we don't see, sometimes we do. We'll call it a 50-50 and leave it there in the middle. So MnM, let's not forget as well, not quite a match point yet, but they lose this round. It does go to match point to Team Secret in their first attacking round. No real big movements made so far, but again, no big rush, still not over that 2-minute mark just yet. It's around the 1-minute mark, maybe 1 30-minute mark where you have to start thinking about making moves and starting to execute on your plans. Unless, of course, you're downstairs, like you said on this map, where it becomes down to those final 10 to 15 seconds where all the kills start flowing in.
Prox will actually opt to not play inside of the stockroom, instead will be more of a lone roamer way down inside of the basement area. We'll also use that pulse scanner to great effect, and like you said, gathering the intel, potentially trying to catch out a member of Team Secret. And let's not forget that bedroom is destructible from below as well, which could be another factor that Prox can go for, and that may be what he's looking for. We'll see if he can manage to get a kill. Does see a tag. Will he go for the C4 up? Don't know. Nello does start things off, however, on the Valkyrie. She will also have a C4, which can be used in later stages of the round.
That's what he tries to go for here. At the minute, just trying to think scout everyone out before he tries. Yeah, before he goes for any big plays. In fact, saving on to that C4 for now. Just try and see what else he can find. Needs to be wary. I thought for a second there he's going to find himself peeking through that hole in the floor. They have a rough idea where they're going, but even in a 5 versus 4, MnM are in no rush here. They want Team Secret to be the one making the moves and putting themselves into riskier positions. They can get away with using that C4.
I'm liking
they've got 2 to play with as well.
This is pretty good. You know, they're having these slats in the wall to try and, or the floor should I say, to try and deny this access. First C4 will be expanded from the Valkyrie, but still Prox has his, which is most important.
Oh, flanker behind them potentially is one. Need to be careful here off to the left. They might find themselves getting caught out because Secret know they're down in here trying to make plays work and trying to keep them away from this A bomb point. But there was someone downstairs. There he is behind them. Finds one almost as well at the back of it, but Citizen finds Leon first.
Oh, Prox completely whiffs the C4 as the diffuser does start to try and get planted, but it will fall as Nello. He will be there, but then straight away maybe will pick up that diffuser. Stiz does fall. So this is going to be pretty big kills coming out from Alams and Maybe, but no, Alams does manage to get one, but then Turtle will clutch up that round, and MnM, they do have a better fight against Team Secret, and it's only 4 rounds to 2.
Absolutely beautiful defense coming out of the team there. We mentioned all about the whole intel gathering sort of strategy they were going for, and it works wonders for them. Valkyrie cameras playing with the pulse, everything just worked to their favor then to make sure that they were constantly keeping Team Secret guessing about what the next plan was. And even going in for the roam, it didn't pay off for them because Leon got picked off by Citizen turning around, seeing into the doorway and getting that opening shot. And given how Leon has been playing so far this series, that should have been the kill he could have taken because that could have blown the whole map wide open for Team Secret to go into match point in this round. Now we find ourselves at 4 and 2. And again, we came into the series thinking for MnM, this was going to be a Team Secret victory through and through. This is a top-level team. And MnM so far have taken 2 rounds away through some very smart play.
It's still only 2 rounds. Secret are still 4 rounds up.
But it's 2 rounds. You're
Okay.
saying it's only 2 rounds?
Yeah.
I'm saying, but it's 2 rounds. This is a big deal for a team that's coming up against some of the best players in the world. A very big deal.
I still think MnM, they're still a very strong team. A lot of people may think, oh yeah, all because they came in for the second qualifier. They finished top of that second qualifier. So if you look at it, they came 5th in the qualifiers. Of course I was there.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Well,
being
not anymore.
defused by attackers.
Is that, well, clearly they're doing pretty well against Team Secret right now. So do you think your replacement actually is helping this team improve?
If I was there, we could have been winning. Because, you know, I know Secret inside and out. I know what
That's
they're
a
doing.
bold claim, Cotton.
I'll go log into the PC if you want and sub in quickly, but I don't think that's allowed.
I'm pretty sure it's not. You're here to cast. Well, I don't have a keyboard in front of me, by all means.
Why is there a keyboard in front of you?
Because sometimes when you're casting, you like to do research into numbers so you don't appear stupid.
I think that might be for an observer if they want to do it at the desk.
Sometimes it can be. It's a multi-use keyboard and mouse. Used for a variety of things. You can browse the internet. You can talk on Facebook. You can play video games. Truly a wonder of the modern age of technology.
Of course, other social medias are available as well.
To locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, Twitter specifically. I think it's what was it? Hashtag ESL Prem.
Hashtag ESL Prem. Yeah, make sure you get that trending, guys. ESL Prem is back for Siege.
Woohoo!
Make sure you do swing on by, follow ESL UK, all that good stuff as well. Keep up to date with all the
Production
good
will be so
stuff.
happy with us. We just turned utter rambling nonsense into something relevant to.
Well, I did. You didn't.
What are you on about? I set you up. I was the catalyst. I got you to the end result. Speaking of end result, let's talk more about what's going on now as well. We're at 4-2, Team Secret. They want to try and close this out now because if it goes to 4-3 for MnM, well, suddenly you start asking questions about how this could end up as a draw on Team Secret. Well, imagine what the world would be saying if they end up in a 5-5 against MnM. That would just be utterly bizarre. Still a bit of a slow start for now, though. 1 minute in as it stands. Completely missed most of the things coming into this, actually. Clash on the side of Nello. Again, we haven't seen Clash too much. We've seen it twice today. Once did very little in the round, of course, when we saw Team Secret play it. Earlier on today, at least effective in gathering intel. I'm curious to see how it comes out for Nello in this round.
Nello does manage to get one kill on that quick switch, of course, that Clash does have. Can he pick up a double kill? Pistol shots do also rally in from Leon, but neither do manage to feat each other. Nello will just start backing up. Does fall back to the rest of his team.
It's a very rough situation when you're against the Clash in a 1 versus 1 as well, because obviously the difference between Clash and Montagna is that you can melee away the shield from Clash and get the kill off the back of that. The problem is if you're alone, well, she's going to shoot back. If you're in a 2 versus 1 situation, she's kind of in a lose-lose there. If she chooses to try and fight you, she gets killed by the other person as your shield is going away. If she stands still, as soon as your shield's beaten out of the way, you're going to get sprayed down regardless. So it's a tough one. So the 1 versus 1 is probably one of the most favourable situations for a Clash to be in. I mean, realistically, that's the same case for any operator in the game.
As you can see, all of the intel that Prox does provide with that cardiac scanner, just similar to the way that he can do on Organ underneath the stairs that we did touch upon earlier, and that will be the first Tapatow kill. MnM's, believe their catchphrase is for the flame. They just got flamed.
Got hold of that Clash, and now that that's out of the way, like you say, all that intel sort of disappears. Yeah, sure, they still got hold of the pulse. Now goes this into a 4 versus 3 in favour of MnM. Demo. They're starting to do it. Slowly clawing back rounds. You nervous?
No. It's Team Secret.
You think they're going to easy win?
Yeah.
All right.
It's Team Secret. How can you know? I'd be stupid if I said MnM were going to win. And look, you can see,
Oh,
Liam just walks on in, but Citizen will get the refrag, and Leon will be inside of this clutch location. He knows that he did hear somebody. Gets an excellent shot onto Turtle, as it will be down to a 1 versus 1.
What are you
Echo,
doing?
Will you be there? You see
What
him,
are you
and that will
doing?
be Leon getting the clutch. What did I tell you, Des?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. He stood in the camera for the whole time. What was he doing? Look. Hi. I'm playing on my mobile phone. I don't know. I've got some
And
other...
you said that, yeah, MnM would maybe win that round. Yeah, okay, Des.
I'm trying to think of a relevant
Go
game I
back to
can
your
mention
retirement
here.
home.
They've got the Assassin's Creed Black Flag game. I don't know. Some of the game by Ubisoft up on their phone playing it. I don't know.
Other esports titles are available.
I'm allowed to say it because it's an Ubisoft title. Thank you very much.
That's true.
I'm safe in this case.
I'm missing the new Assassin's Creed. I played about a couple of hours off it, but I don't get to play it till Monday again. It feels bad.
Wait, why would you want to play Assassin's Creed when you can just play Rainbow Six?
'Cause
It is clearly the
it's
superior
Assassin's Creed.
esports title.
Yeah, but
So why would you not want to play
there's
it?
no multiplayer in Assassin's Creed.
Exactly. So it's not the ultimate esports title.
It sometimes does get boring playing ranked over and over again against, you know, Vexed.
How dare you?
It's ranked.
Disgusting language. Say that it gets boring. Playing against Vexed in ranked, you say as well. You meet them often in solo queue?
Oh yeah. And Penguins with them.
And you get easy claps every time.
Oh yeah, easy clap.
Good to sign you up, mate.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Start playing in the downtime,
Need
maybe?
to sign you up for your pension plan.
Yeah, I'm already on that, mate. I signed for that a long time ago. Well over the required age for a pension. Remember, it's what I pay your pocket money out of.
Touche.
Touche on prayer. Right, potentially final round. Team Secret at 5 points. One more, and they will clinch the series and take it away from MnM. But MnM with 2 rounds, you can't ignore their potential to win rounds. But admittedly, the rounds they have won so far have been based on not so much surprising strategies, but strategies that Secret weren't really prepared for. That triple camera round they had with the, well, not really camera, but detector or info gather with the Pulse, with the Valkyrie, with the Deadeye as well. The Evil, I keep calling it Deadeye. This is the problem, right? Other esports titles are available and are influencing me. It's the Evil Eye, not the Deadeye, that was giving them that information.
So happens
And it works wonders for them.
whenever you play too much of another esports title that does involve quad tanks.
Yes. I can't really think of any of the plunge related to that this time round, so we'll have to pass on that one.
Evil Eyes. Come on, Des, you know this. You know this.
Oh, it's Evil Eye. It sounds pretty cool as well. I mean, it does got a few lasers at
It's
you.
Siege. Everything's cool about Siege.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not lying, but
It is the ultimate esports title. I'm shilling so hard for Ruby right now. I hope they love me.
dear.
I'm not shilling for either team, though. In fact, not for Leo especially, as he nearly gets dropped down. He's on about 20% HP. They took a round of fire. A bit of a scary spot. But as it stands, Secret, they appear to have control, at least for now, of the upper floor. Now they've got to try and work their way down, because there's quite a way to go. That Echo drone is lurking. Bit of scouting up in the sky. The eye in the sky, you might say, or in this case, not really in the sky. It's more attached to the ceiling.
Yeah, those portable little yokai drones, of course, invisible to the naked eye. But for the most part, sometimes you can see them if, you know, if you just look up hard enough. Same way you can see the goo mines as well. Nello does manage to dodge out the majority of those frag, and he just barely misses the flame, as Stiz was very close to getting another kill for himself with those cap cow bolts. Citizen did manage to pick up a kill, and it does go into MnM's favour, and Lems will fall. Freya will go for the reset onto Nello.
I thought he was actually going to kill him. I was like, what are you doing? Not another TK, please, please. But all good, we're all good.
Have recovered their diffuser.
And he's back. Good stuff. MnM keep all 5 members alive. Team Secret down 1. Leo at half HP as well. They have managed to scout out all the top floors already, and they're pretty confident in knowing that there's no one up there that can potentially bring them down here. In fact, all members of MnM are downstairs. They are on full defensive duties right now, trying to make sure they can at least pull this round back.
Located a bomb.
Just still a minute to go. Plenty of time in terms of Clubhouse, where you can go ahead and breach the site instead.
Oh, man.
Another flame kill for the flame. Yeah, you take that flame kill, MnM. Certainly Clash will be eliminated, and this is where the triple wall push that I did talk about. But look, we're Citizen in the perfect position to potentially stop this, but no, he did not go for the shots. Stiz will try and cover the stairs as much as he can. Leon trying to push in as well, and Freya will get things started off in the final 40 seconds, but maybe with the automatic refrag. This is the difference that I did talk about with these pro teams, is that the refrags always do get thrown out, and Leon, he will start to defuse. Lackey's going to try and cover as much as he can, also Meepy will, but Turtle will get the better from the blue, and Citizen, he will also add to his tally, as Lackey will fall down to Meepy with no HP essentially, and only a pistol. He's going to have to work his butt off to actually get this plant, which is, I believe, going to go down, but then again, just the numbers advantage is too much in favour of MnM, and 10 seconds on the clock. Citizen should be able to go around and get this kill. No, Meepy pulls out the pistol. That's why he plays Terrorist Hunt, but Prox will be there with the refrag. An excellent round from MnM, excellent round from Citizen, and Secret, they do fall.
I think MnM can be very happy with their performance, even at this level, against Team Secret. Again, we keep on saying it, but it's so much so worth mentioning. Against a top team in the world, they have taken 3 rounds so far, and Citizen, well, you would not, with this score, this level, even Nello as well, but the scorelines these guys are putting up, they wouldn't look out of place in a pro team, playing incredibly well, the pair of them, and definitely contesting with a lot of these key members from Team Secret. The question now is, again, can they translate in that into a couple of rounds to force the draw? Because Team Secret, it doesn't matter how many rounds they've lost so far, they've always bounced back and won another round, and all it takes is one more round, and they will have this series.
Citizen, another Xbox player as well, definitely has made a good transition, as you can see, just keeping up the kills with players of Team Secret. So we'll see where this round does head. Still a potential final round for Team Secret to close out at 6 rounds to 3. I definitely didn't expect this this closer series for MnM. I still think that Secret have the upper edge, as they always do. They also get this top 4 bomb site to attack, and I'm sure they've probably learned from their mistakes that they did have last time.
I like the MnM though. They've gone for the same sort of strategy that I like to call it the triple intel comp, because they take all these picks that are about gathering information. This time round, they've opted to drop away the Evil Eye. They don't want to obviously have that on the field so much as well. Saying to Maestro, take a rest, my friend. This time round, we're bringing Echo out once again to party. They're bringing the Jaeger and the Bandit. Bandit they didn't have onside last time round, but they still have that capability to play from relative safety downstairs if they want to.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
So heading in to start of the attack for Secret, we'll see how things do plan out for them. Certainly you can expect to see Secret bring the aggression that we know they have. They have a lot more different aggressive operators. You can see Lackey pulling in the Sophia. Also, IQ being played by Leon, so a little bit more bragging operators, I would say 4 out of the 5. Actually, everybody there has a very strong gun. Maybe Leon, he's running that AUG, which certainly the 5.52 Commando's more favoured over that, but nonetheless, certainly pretty strong. We'll see if he can do any damage with that. As MnM, they seem to be setting up the exact same way they did last time with that very late rotate that procs can perform. Nello as well with those Valkyrie cameras being able to get all of that intel.
Taking it slow. Again, no big rush, but for MnM, losing one that early on is going to be painful. They're relying on the Echo as well, potentially, for the disrupt if the plant came through, and that means now these members who are downstairs are going to have to rotate and at least offer some kind of threat, because the best hope they've got is a couple of C4s. If they can't get that down, well, they're basically screwed from there, and there's no way they manage to take the point back beyond it. The risky times for MnM. Secret themselves, they're playing this slow, and tactically they know they've got time, they know they've got a few rounds to play with. Don't really want to make mistakes, keep it nice and clean, and wow, they already lose Nello as well. He could get rushed on here if he's not careful.
Yeah, he does get down, but not out, and it's simple enough for Citizen to go ahead and get the pickup. That Echo drone, you know, or the Echo should I say, is going to be a very big
they're going to miss
loss.
It. Rip Yokai.
Well, you can still use the Yokai even if you are dead, you just cannot use that burst effect that he does have, but nonetheless it's pretty much like just 2 extra Valkyrie cameras at this stage. Nello will actually get a stab kill onto Lackey. I believe it was from a very aggressive run out over on that balcony. That's something you don't see every day, but certainly it does work out for him nonetheless.
Even though it's in a 4 versus 4, you just get the feeling for MnM here, they're the ones managing to hold themselves down a bit. Secret kind of going for a few rotations here, finding a different way into the points as well. Aware that the way they were going wasn't really paying off too well for them. They've got 45 seconds to go. Nice spray down as well, and Nello wins the 1 versus 1 against Leon.
It's a massive kill, as that's going to be the flank.
And again!
Eliminated for the players of Secret, and another kill out from Turtle. Everything's falling apart. The book is tearing at the seams. Maybe does get 1 kill for himself. Can he find another 30 seconds? Potentially clutchable with a guy with such good gun skill that is Meatby. Back and forth. Procs also eliminated, or should I say down,
man, this is close.
by a Claymore. But no, Turtle will be there, clutching up for his team win. They need to, and we will be headed to round number 10. 1 round away, potentially, from either Secret taking all 3 points, or MnM stealing a draw from Team Secret.
Oh boy. And let's not forget, it's not just us who is picking Team Secret to be the favourites. He had an 88% fan vote in favour of Team Secret winning this series. And for just cause, like you say, there's exactly no reason why you would dare bet against them. You've got to give it to MnM. They're forcing it all the way through to almost the final round again against the top team. I keep on saying it, and I keep on saying that, but it's such an important point to make. MnM could potentially force a draw against Team Secret. That just sounds ridiculous to say as a sentence.
Still, don't think that's got to be the case. If it does, fair play. Fair play to MnM. You know, they have definitely shown their worth. Even if they lose, these guys are not messing about in this league. They have looked very, very strong. Again, we know Secret aren't going to try their absolute hardest, because let's not forget these guys have to go ahead and play Pro League tomorrow night, and they are still competing for a spot at Brazil as well for the Pro League finals. They certainly are not going to be using, you know, their, I would say, actual strategies, because they're going to want to save that for the actual Pro League teams, for the games that actually matter for their Pro League campaign. But certainly you would still expect Secret, who can run just very simple and basic strategies, to still overcome a team like MnM, just down to the sheer gun skill and, of course, the teamwork capability that Secret do provide, but it is looking very grim for them at the moment.
It is in a difficult situation, sure, and that's definitely a pick I did not expect to see come out. We haven't seen it in a while. Frost is being brought to the table. Why the hell would you bring a Frost here in this final round?
It's a bit of a wildcard pick. I think if MnM are going to try and make things work, this is it. Let's just bring something completely random. Let's see if it works. Of course, it's going to stop any potential jump in through that gem window unless it is droned out and destroyed. But you never know. I've seen Frostmax get kills on just random people where it's worked. It is quite hilarious whenever it does happen because you always think, how do players of such high competitive gameplay still die to a Frostmat, which has been out since, you know, pretty much released. She was one of the first operators to ever be released.
One of the first DLCs,
yeah, she is the first DLC. Remember back whenever she was much more of a menacing threat with that Super 90. Oh, gives me chills thinking about that. You don't believe you ever had to experience that.
Oh, she's called Frost.
It's a Super 90, bro. You don't understand the pain that we had to go through.
You missed the Frost and the chill related part there. Really disappointed.
What?
Never mind. It's humour wasted on
sure.
you, we'll put it that way. Now let's not forget, when we saw earlier on when it was MnM assaulting this point, they couldn't quite crack open and get inside the point there themselves. In fact, they nearly got the plant down, but it was that huge 2 to 3 man spray that came through from the other side of Team Secret that won the round. So it wasn't miles away, I guess you could say, from MnM being able to take that round. Team Secret, you'd expect, will be able to show us what they're made of, show us why they are indeed a pro team and be able to bring this back. Nice rotation away in time, just in time for Meepy to bring out that Firestorm.
Yeah, that could have been devastating for Nello. He would have been hit quite heavily, potentially could have been killed as well, but unless does scare away any potential defender playing in behind that mattress area, still this cash room will be held to the best of Citizen and Turtle's ability. Using a lot of utility as well, such as castle barricades and, of course, ADSs as well will be stuck inside. MnM still holding their angles very, very hard. Secret, I believe, will try and attack in from the Jacuzzi side, so we're going to have to see some pretty quick frags coming in from Secret, but still a minute to go. This is really close to call. I'm not entirely sure where this is going to head, because typically we see the first couple of kills come out, and that's exactly what we see, as Nello will get down, but not out, as Prox will refrag with it onto Leon.
Just waiting for that peek in here as well to get the spray down. The angle is so tight. If you could just almost pixel peek him. Not quite got the perfect angle on that one as well. In fact, 2 members stacking up here is very dangerous, potentially into a 4 versus 4 now as well. It's that tight demo. MnM Gaming, it's not without reason. They might be able to bring this back. They're in a 4 versus 3. They might be able to force us into a 5-5.
Citizen with a massive kill covers the flank potential coming out.
Oh my god, they're doing it!
From Freo, and Turtle also picks one on to Meepy, down to Lack in a 1 versus 4. Gets one for his troubles, has to find another free, tries to...
No, he's down!
No, Turtle will be there, and somehow MnM Gaming take a draw against Team Secret.
Oh, Demo, if you could write your words down on a piece of paper and eat them, I would be one happy person to bear witness to that. Incredible. A Pro League team has been defeated by MnM Gaming. Now, of course, not to take away from MnM, we did not expect that coming into today.
No.
Beautiful play from the guys. They started out with a couple of rounds by not using cheesy strats, but definitely catching Team Secret by surprise. And the last few rounds were just fantastic play coming out of the guys. They built in confidence and a well-deserved draw, I think.